Um, Number one, take the weight room most serious. I was famous for, well, my first college catch. I don't know if you know this, G. My first college catch, I went for 50 yards, and dude from Toledo, I think we were playing Toledo or Akron, one of them. I faked the cornerback out, got up the sideline, safety dove over and horse collared me. So I ended up with a high ankle sprain on my first college catch, 50 yards.
Mm.
So I went right my whole red shirt freshman year. I went right. I was popping pills, popping pain pills, just trying to stay on the field.
Yeah.
And shoot, Bill had all his little contraptions for your ankle, and I played, but I wasn't right. Ankle wasn't
Mm.
right. My sophomore year, uh, I got hit. I forget dude name, Syracuse. We was on TV, man. I caught a slant, and dude hit me. The hit didn't hurt, but I don't know if you know this, G, but when you hit the ground don't move. Like, yeah, it's the ground
Ground
don't
don't
move.
give.
It's undefeated, man, undefeated. So, dude separated my shoulder, and I was jacked up that year. So I already didn't lift. Now I got a reason not to lift because of my shoulder. So I got 3 years into the program, and I ain't really hit the weights hard yet.
Mm.
So I mean, I done developed bad habits. Uh, my biggest regret, biggest thing I would change, man, well, two things. Hit that weight room harder. That weight room pays off. Um, I was one track minded thinking all I need to be able to do is run and catch. Well, you got to be able to absorb them blows. And you got to be able to
Yeah.
build explosion speed and all that. Looking back, that's the biggest thing I would have changed. And number two is my major. I just got off the phone. I said it's crazy. I just talking to my nephew, man, and he was telling me, some of his dreams and some of his goals. He wanted to be in communications, but he said the coach talked him out of it. I was like, man, that's the same mistake I made. Don't make that mistake. The coach telling you not to take communication because it's gonna mess up his schedule. To hell with his schedule. You living for you. He tell him don't take communications. Take God dog, going to physical therapist, physical. What did he say? Physical therapist or whatever. I say, bro, so
Mm-hmm.
you gonna go take a major. This coach tell you not to take communications, but he wants you to go take a biology class and go take all this other stuff so you can learn how to take people ankles and give people ice packs. Man, the hell with that dude, bro. He don't want you to do it. That's cool. This is a JUCO. So you take your core classes and you
Yeah.
leave after this year. You get your scholarship somewhere else and you leave, man. You got to live for you. At this point, they give you that scholarship. You can't get paid off your name.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in the running for the best player in college 4 years in a row. You can't make a dollar off your name.
Mm.
So you do a work for you in the classroom. You make yourself you're an independent contractor, basketball and uh, academic wise.
Yeah.
So you got to build yourself up, man. You got to
Man,
be the
that's
best
crazy.
you.
So is it a scenario like how if you watching the games on Saturday, and depending on what school you watching, you're gonna see when they show each player.
Yep, you
It's
already
always
know,
go. So it's
man.
go. Communications. But when you get to the offensive linemen, what you hear?
Damn.
Engineering.
Yeah, exact. Boy,
You know what I mean?
man. Hey,
When you
that's
get to
just
them
like
offensive linemen, is across the board, engineering, this and that. Like, wow.
business. Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yep.
But the skill players, you get the same major. So in your little cousin's case, is it that type of deal at that school where
I don't
some
know.
schools is criminal justice, some schools is communications, some schools is something else?
I don't know. I don't know. But like I told him, for that coach to come off and tell you that quick,
Yeah,
he's steering them kids wrong, man. Don't
he,
let him steer you wrong. You be strong in your convictions. He got a problem. Shoot, tell him, man. Look, this is what I want to do. Period. You already signed on the dotted line, so you there. You
yeah,
already proven you're an asset. You're not a liability. You're an asset. So he gonna play you. He gonna do what he need to do to keep you there. You got to hold up your end and make sure you pass the classes to be on the court. But shoot, you're an asset, man. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. You got to do what work for you. At this point, you don't owe nobody nothing. You living your life the way you want to live it. You get an opportunity to play basketball, and you get an opportunity to pick what you want to be in this world at an early period in your life. Go
Yeah.
for it, man.
What about the? Because at first, when I first came into UC, I was African American Studies major, right?
Mm.
And go to class. We stand in Calhoun at this time. I go to class. The professor give me a book. I got to read 5 chapters by Wednesday, and it's Monday, right? And he expected me to be able to come to class and dialogue. But I get back to Calhoun, right? I'm in my dorm room, and I hear these fools running up and down the hall. Party time, party central. And I'm
Yes,
sitting
sir.
here, you know, uh, reading this book. But
Yeah.
the cold part about it was you walk into the front office and their name is on the plaque and I'm for 3.0.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait up, man. He was in the hallway all night, man. He was in the hallway all night. When did he study to get a 3.0? And I'm not saying that to knock what they was doing. What I'm saying is that, man, it was a heavy influence on me because after the second, third semester, I gave in. I'm like, man, I'm switching my major, right? Man,
Yeah.
so just that the social setting had a lot of interference there if you're not focused and if you don't know to remove yourself. Because if anything, I should have been at the library studying, right? Not in that damn
Yep.
dorm room. Because I'm talking about on that 4th floor in Calhoun when we was in there. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. I think I was in room 420. Me and Demo at the end of the hall, last room on the right,
Mm,
the
mm,
4th floor. Yep.
mm.
But
So
like you
man,
just said though, man, one thing that could have helped you too, and that he has in me and my wife, he can call and talk to us about
yeah,
that. I don't know. Did you have somebody to call and talk to about that? Did you have somebody pushing you to let you know to help you see the bigger picture? Because it's hard for a young man, 18, 19, 20 years old, to see the bigger picture.
yeah. No, so but you got to remember at that time, like we saying call, man. When I first came here, I only had like $100 to my name. But at that time, when we think about we compress the time and think of us being able to call home as
Yeah,
easily as we are right now, when I used to have to go buy a $20 phone card
yeah,
that would
you're
only
right.
give me like a couple hundred minutes, and I had to stretch that out. You know what I mean? So as far as being able to call home as often as I would be able to do now, like if I'm in college, check in on my folks. Like, man, it was times when I didn't talk to my family for a month or so. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
I
Because
just had to
I
think
mean, the
about that. You're right.
technology wasn't there. You
Yep.
know what I mean? But
Yep.
still, at that point in time, I had a mentor that I could call. But but that was it. I had a mentor I could call, and he would give me some insight. And I had some older dudes, man. I had a buddy that played for the Bengals at that time, but he got paralyzed in their last season, and he used to look out for me. But man, besides that, like as far as immediate family, no, I didn't have nobody like your son is gonna have now with both of y'all, you and the wife. You know what I mean? You already been through it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is definitely an asset when you got somebody that you can lean on, and whether you really take their information, as long as they saying it, you know what I mean. At some point, you gonna take heed to what they saying, though. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.